Hey Libra, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for the month of November. We are literally nearing the end of the year. We only have a few months, so let's see if we're aligned with what we kind of want, how we want to end our year. We are going to do past, present, and future reading. I do recommend reading or watching the manifesting video, which I posted in October, and it is going to talk about manifesting and the fact that whatever I put out here on the table, whatever pops out, if you don't like the result of it, you are the only one in control of that, because I'm getting, again, general reading. This is going to be a reading of the collective energy. So whatever that energy is going to come out on the cards. And if the collective ends up agreeing on that doesn't look right, and again, you have to do the internal work, because it's all about manifesting in our energy, laws of attraction, what we put out. So you don't like that collectively, that's what you will probably have to do to change it, or don't change it, right? Because if this is a positive reading, and so far there were a lot of positive end to November readings, that you don't need to change it. Just remind yourself to stay in the same mindset, especially if things go bad. You don't change to negative thoughts, But let's go ahead. We'll do past, present, and future. That one was for you. Let me get it. Yeah, so past, present, and future. And then we're right now going to just do the vibe of November. So this popped out. This is goals. And I think you guys might have gotten this one too, or someone did within the same element. So goals, November. You guys are planning something big. I think we'll pull the past, but for me, it feels like you've gone through, I don't want to say hell and back, but it seems like you've gone through a lot of things, and you're shifting and changing where your mindset is, what you want, and really focusing on that, because it feels like I'm focusing on this so I can avoid dealing with whatever emotions that I've had, which is like also bad and good at the same time, because it's you really, like, it feels like revenge bod. Does that make sense? Like you are trying to prove something to someone, and maybe even prove to yourself something. So that's what November looks like. I'm getting a positive energy from that. Like, your guides aren't saying like it's necessarily bad that this is how it's coming out to be, but be aware that it could be. It could turn into something negative. Just the genuine emotion that you have behind it, because if it ends up being like, I just want to make everyone jealous, like, that's negative. So let's not do that, right? Let's not put it out there. Do things for you so that you're happy, right? So let's go ahead. We're going to pull some cards for past, present, and future. I'm just going to do one more shuffle. Ooh. I guess now I'm going to do one more shuffle. That wanted to come out. Yep. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So in the past, we have 9 of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 6 of Swords. So there is heaviness, right? That's the vibe that I got when I first did the goals thing. I think you guys went through some things. There's, life is cyclical, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, when I see that, things are cyclical. So you went through a phase. That's what I was talking about in the beginning with the goals card. You guys went through something. There is a phase of immediate change. So 6 of Swords is movement. So maybe you guys moved to a different city, new apartment, new house. There was some kind of shift. There's movement into a different direction. So it could just be metaphorical that you've changed. You shifted gears, changed to do something different. Your strategy in life is different. You're moving different. There's something about moving different, like that specific line of thought. And the reason why is because your whatever happened in the far, far past is just still bleeding into like that aspect of your past situation. And it just was stressing you out. You couldn't find peace within it. It kept you up at night. It was just affecting a lot of aspects of your life. Even your health wasn't really where it should be, because you were so stressed out and uncomfortable. Like, it's giving me like a very uncomfy feeling. I don't know if that resonates with you. I'm seeing work for some reason. I'm seeing work. I don't know why, but it just seems like that It's work. Okay. I'm just getting flooded with information right now. So I see like work, but you were balancing work with relationships, and the relationships were backfiring. And so you were trying to grasp one or the other. And so that's why we're shifting, right? You moved into a different like mindset, and we're going to look at what that mindset is in the present. But because of what happened, your goal shift, so that's what this movement is. And so you are taking in control your own fate, your own wheel of fortune, because you were at a low. And so now, like, the past is like you're trying to get yourself out of the low. And so that makes so much sense why November is all about goals and focusing on that and nothing else. And just moving forward with life. Again, whatever aspect that means, it doesn't have to be work, doesn't have to be relationships, but take that theme because it has something to do with that aspect of life. But let's go ahead. So we have the Lovers in reverse, we have the World in reverse, and you have 10 of Wands. So that to me is really stemming from, I think you put relationships on the back burner. And I think it's because you were burned by whether it's a person. I feel like there's multiple people. There's just like multiple situations. I don't know why I'm getting multiple, but it feels like cyclical thing that's like over and over again, the same situation kind of like rearing its head, and you're kind of trying to figure out, well, what am I doing wrong right now? I just got to focus on me because everything else is just not working out. And so you're putting in like you're putting in the work into something that matters for you. I feel like you're releasing the burden of these people and situations, and it almost feels so this, I don't know why, this might not even be part of the reading, but some individual people need to hear this. There is a sense of you kind of just accepting the blame or fault and carrying the burden for whatever that situation is so that you can just move away from it. There is a sense of it just feels, I don't know if it's friendships. It feels like almost friendships, but it could be relationships. But a lot of you guys have some kind of friendship situation that's like everyone out to get each other, like get you too, like specifically. And you just accepted the burden that this is on you. And there is like, there's no harmony anymore. There's no like working for the same end goal. So maybe it's people at your job. There's such a divide and so much incompatibility. I'm seeing like I can't make the puzzle pieces fit. And maybe that's something that you were thinking of at the time. And it's currently like you're trying to also still think about that now. So I'm trying to like kind of reel that in for you guys because the energy is still like, how can I fix this? How can I make it better? And you're trying to balance just like focusing on yourself. And you can't focus on your goals if you're consistently trying to work out this and make all this upright. Like I feel like you're trying to take these cards and make them upright. I don't know. Sure. And it's just not working. And you are carrying that burden. That makes sense. You're carrying that burden. You're carrying the burden. But again, November is the month for you to focus on what truly matters. And I know that that's like what you're thinking. You're like, I'm just going to focus on me. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you moved away from that. You're making moves to do that in the past. Like you are kind of there. And I think there's some stuff in the background that's already happening. So I'm saying this, like if you are already focusing on these new goals, you don't need to be focusing on fixing something right now. Because I think there's something bigger for you that you are manifesting and creating that you guys just don't align. And that's okay. And people are there for certain seasons in their life for certain reasons, and they were there for you when you needed them at that moment. And now it's because your goals have shifted, things are different, things have changed. You're going to meet the right people that match whatever you're going through in your phase, in this current phase in your life. So remember that. There's no ill will or anything like that. It's just like a phase, and that's it, and you've moved on. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, I have 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and 9 of Wands. So which makes so much sense. I think you are going to continue, and like it's funny because I feel like there's some kind of emotional, and this is not here, but this is what I'm feeling. I feel like there's something very emotionally, like you're emotionally connected to this situation in the past, and probably, if I'm correct, it's like a group of people or a person. And I think it's a relationship, a relational thing. It doesn't have to, it just, it could be family, could be friends, it could be your person or someone you broke up with. I feel like you bring that into the future. And that makes sense because you have had this in the past and it's been bleeding into your past. So if we, it's like this thing that keeps trailing behind. So I don't know if that resonates. Definitely leave a comment. It just like keeps trailing behind. And the reason why is because you are not letting it go. You are holding on to it. You're like absolutely defeated for no reason. And you're giving an opportunity. So, like watching this, you are given an opportunity again to focus on your goals. What do you want to do? Like the world is in the palm of your hand. You can make any decision you want to do. You can envision something different. You can change that and you can move again in a different way, but you can't bring that old past situation with you. Again, people serve their purpose for a reason, for a season, and then you can let them go. Like, they're not your forever people. Some people are your forever people, but that situation just wasn't. So there's a sense of like continuously trying to put in the effort to kind of bring them along in your journey and have that kind of connection, and it just doesn't fit. However, I feel like in the future you kind of realize that because I see that whatever goals that you're setting yourself with, you realize you're not achieving, and you realize that you're not, and again, you have free will, right? So I'm telling you this, if you continue on this path of energy, something could happen and you can get angry and things change and then this energy wavelength isn't the same. But you are realizing you're not completing these goals and you want them really bad, and then you realize that they're holding you back. And so there is an energy of kind of like taking in all the work that you've accomplished, and I do get a sense of like almost overindulging and like being very happy, and there is a sense of showing off energy, which could be good to an extent. So I'd just be careful of that. Because emotionally, it's like, ugh, okay, I don't know why I'm getting this. I have a sense that you're going to be posting things and hoping that they see it to rub it in their face. And that is continuing to pull them in. So just remember that, because if you want to manifest your end result, you can't keep the baggage rolling, if that makes sense. You can't bring it in with you. You have to close that door. So there is like a warning within this future reading. There is a sense of you are able to see this, and if you kind of just slightly change the attitude around it, like I'm like, again, that's a warning that I had in the beginning. I'm not here to show off. I'm here to do this for me because I want to progress. I want to be happy. I don't care what you think about me. Then that energy will kind of give you more, and we can see what happens in the next month. So remember that, because it's just like a little kind of tweaking, but everything seems like you're kind of flowing and going, moving on with your life and noticing. And I guess that's a big first step, is noticing that this past situation just shouldn't be there anymore. So if this message did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss another one. Leave a comment so people don't feel like they're alone. You could build a community. I love seeing that when you guys kind of communicate with each other. And thank you guys for coming back. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.